Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We just did a podcast that's coming up right after this intro.
Yep.
It's our pre-Thanksgiving podcast, but we just talked about Sean and his trip to Peru. It's coming up in 11 days.
No, I feel so special.
It was a very Sean-centric episode, but it's really good.
So if you love Sean, get ready.
If you're a big Sean fan, there's a Facebook group, I'm pretty sure.
If not now, there's definitely a Twitter handle out there somewhere.
Yes.
We love Sean. SEAN, everybody.
SEAN. So, yeah, you can follow Sean at Sean Evans Photo.
Yep, that's correctamundo.
Me at PacMatt, PACMATT. Enjoy this episode.
It's a tasty one. Ayahuasca. Hi-ya.
Cabin fever.
Man, I wish I had one of those horns, you know?
Bow.
That's what we need.
Definitely.
Sound effect horns.
I would like to get, one of the boat horns.
Oh, yeah. Cabin fever. That sounds like another podcast.
Oh, yeah, maybe, maybe that's too close to the Bone Zone. Bone Zone.
You know, I keep meaning to ask my mom. She's got a very generic tablet, and she has no idea how it works or anything like that. I could probably borrow it, and we could load a soundbar on it or something.
Well, guess what I just bought?
What?
Where the fuck did it go? I bought a Fire. It's like a little iPad.
Oh, yeah.
And I downloaded a sound effect app, and I wanted to bust it out. God damn it! Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Ooh.
The Kindle Fire?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was only, it was like $100 or $90 or something, $99 or something like that. I'm like, I'm going to need to do something on this fucking 8.5 hour plane ride. I need something visually to do at some point.
True.
Yeah, let me break it out.
Let me pause this.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Cabin Fever Podcast. It is November 26th.
Day before Turkey Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that. You know why? Because we're in San Diego. And
right.
It was almost 90 degrees today. And at a cold. So makes your head all funky.
Is that how you're...
Sean, get in here.
Is that how you...
Sean's taking shits from right here. I'm trying to make it louder.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can turn it up. Turn this shit up?
You should be able to.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay. Oh.
There's a horn.
Come back.
The little horn. Oh, no, here we go. This is The port's open, everybody.
That'd be great when we have a guest. We could just
pepper some of that stuff in.
If they're talking too much.
Yeah.
You've got mail.
Oh,
hey.
So wait, are these an app? These are all pre-recorded?
Ooh, someone let the turkey out of the cabin there. Yeah, this is okay. So I've got a Kindle Fire, and I downloaded a free app, and it's just got random sound effects on it. I mean, it's not the best one. I just kind of downloaded it just to see how it even would work, and
that's pretty cool.
It's just a bunch of random ones.
Jim, shut up, Jim.
That one's titled Poo Horn.
Oh.
Well, if some people maybe.
In the middle of it, you need to go. You just hit that button.
Yeah, right, yeah. Classic Flintstones right there.
Oh, yeah, the Flintstones.
They have a lot of burps
Jim.
on here.
I thought it was Jim again.
Oh man, yeah. I want to get like a custom sound effects one, so we could have the Dr. Ian Malcolm laugh and just random ones. Maybe even take clips of ourselves. Little random things we could pepper in.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I think we say some really funny.
Bless you.
Thank you. Hey, Sean, I'm here. Sean, I'm here. Oh, sorry, Rachel. Should have sounded the kill horn. Does this app have like spaces to load your own, or this is just
No, this is all preloaded, and it was basically funny sounds, so it's got a lot of puking, farting, sneezing, just random stuff. Yeah.
Just all the essentials.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it called Essential Podcast App?
Well, that's what I searched. All right, we'll do a couple more, and then.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. When a girl peeks her head back out. Save that one for one of us tells a really good joke.
Oh. Oop, fire.
Oh, you set off the thing.
Ooh, look at that.
And we're back.
Yeah, okay. Enough of this. But so yeah, we got sound effects, people, and we can call people.
Wow.
Man, Cabin Fever 2.0 is on its way to infamy, I think. I mean, just thousands upon thousands of downloads.
I wish we could connect while you're in Peru. Like you could call in.
Oh, that I might be able to.
Yeah.
Depending on, actually no, I probably won't have a phone. My
service.
My fucking phone doesn't even work in Arizona, so it's not gonna work.
That's a good point.
Goddamn middle of the jungle in Peru. Well, yeah.
But
Speaking of my, if it does, if I'm able to, I will definitely bring a phone call, but or give you guys a phone call, but. I'm planning on kind of doing like little, audio diaries or audio little, maybe a video vlog or something. I'm going to bring my GoPro and then I've got the Kindle Fire does, 1080p nice video and stuff. So I'll probably do some, give like a nice tour of the place when I have some free time while I'm down there. Just give people a good idea of, what the place is like. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then, if I, usually you have a roommate there, so I'll probably, hopefully I'll get to know whoever that is, and then, maybe I can interview them a little bit and kind of ask them, what brought them down to the jungle to do ayahuasca.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It'd be cool if you, just my thinking, if you had, especially with the GoPro, you could have like these little 20-second clips of like the whole journey there,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. Yep, exactly. I'll do quick little video of you doing that early morning drive, and then and then on the airplane, and then I'm going to be spending a lot of downtime at the airport waiting for my next flight. So I will definitely have to do some things to keep myself occupied and keeping myself sane, because goddamn, I have a lot of traveling coming up, but it's going to be worth it, man. I'm so excited. And it's really, what is it? 11 days, 12 days before I actually leave.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. No, less than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When did you announce
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, yeah.
You
I leave on the 12th day.
June?
Yeah, I announced this, about 6 months ago. Yeah.
Fucking crazy. And
yeah.
Here we are, a week away.
I know, it's crazy.
So I'm excited. Like, you gave me your itinerary. All that's perfectly fine with me.
Okay, cool.
I have no qualms about getting up early.
All right, awesome. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep. I can't wait to see you off. Can you hear me in your...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make sure this is all plugged in nicely. Okay.
Tight.
So you'll be... the first flight is what, 8 hours?
8.5 hours. Non-stop from LAX to Lima, Peru. And then from there, I have another flight at about 8 a.m. So actually, I get in to Lima at about 12 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'll get there, and then I have whatever it is, 9-10 hours before my next flight leaves.
Oh, no kidding.
So yeah, I'm really not sure if I'm gonna try to rent a hotel there or just chill out in the
airport.
In the airport, I don't know yet, because I don't. I've obviously never been down there.
Yeah.
I'm a little apprehensive about even leaving the airport because it is the capital and there's a lot of shady people, and Spanish is definitely not my second language. Very limited vocabulary. I've been brushing up on it, but not enough to confidently get around to exactly where I want. But I do have a pretty cool app on my phone to where I could type in or say something in English and it'll say it in Spanish.
Nice.
So if there is ever, that much of a language barrier, I will definitely bust that out. And I'm sure you could say hotel and they would probably get it, the closest one to the airport. And the only reason I would do that is, just to have somewhere else to crash for a little bit and, just have a few hours of sleep and then from there, on my next flight, and then
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I said maybe on your first flight from LA, though, you might come across a fellow.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, if I could. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, that I'll come across someone who's in a very similar boat as me, and which is really neat because I posted on Amber Lyon's website, reset.me, and she has a bunch of different sections on different psychedelics. Like she has a different section on ayahuasca travel, and then ayahuasca in general as a healing plant medicine, psilocybin section, marijuana, all the different facets, LSD and all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
And then so I posted on there 6 months ago, kind of talking about my trip and was kind of asking, hey, is there anyone else who's going to be also going on the trip? No one who's doing the December trip, but a bunch of people who are doing it in October, doing it in November, doing it in August and stuff. They all posted, so it was neat to knowing that there are other people out there, willing to make the journey and who are going to venture down there and.
Not only that, but
already done it.
Came through it maybe through Amber Lyon.
Yeah, exactly.
In some way, no.
Oh, absolutely. I could definitely see that. I mean, she's been such a pioneer for it for quite a while.
Yeah.
Since 2 years now, I think it's going on since her visit to Joe Rogan.
Is it? And then it's the same place that Aubrey Marcus talked about in his.
Yeah, exactly.
Podcast. Okay.
Yeah, he just did. Amber Lyon just released a pretty good interview. Podcast with Don Howard. He's the main guy at the Spirit Quest place where I'm going, and she did a really great in-depth interview. If you have any questions about ayahuasca or that specific retreat or just pretty much anything, I mean, she covers quite a bit, and it was just her and Don Howard just sitting there for about an hour, just going away. Very elegantly spoken and explains it, in depthly. And I definitely recommend anyone who's interested in ayahuasca checking that out. And then any podcast that she's done with Joe Rogan or her own podcast. She's done a bunch with people who've done ayahuasca. She's had Graham Hancock on. She's had, I'm pretty sure Aubrey Marcus and her have hooked up for a podcast interview together. And then recently, Aubrey did a whole documentary just in Wachama, which is basically a San Pedro, their version of San Pedro. And I'm also going to be doing that as well. So those are both really great documentaries on it. I believe it's called Wachama, the Aubrey Marcus one. And then you can search it on YouTube, or you can go on his website, which is warriorpoet.com, or maybe it's aubreymarcusnow.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check that out. And yeah, I'll definitely be posting those too in the next couple of days as I get closer to my journey, catch people up on where I'm at.
Don Howard, the guy who runs the retreat, so you'll be meeting him, correct? Right?
Absolutely, yeah. He'll be the one picking us up all from the airport. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and I've been corresponding with him through email for the past 6 months, basically. Any questions I have or concerns, he answers them very promptly and pretty quickly. Cool. So,
what kind of things have come up that you asked him?
Just travel information, pretty much. Buying tickets, when's the best time to do it. Their website's very detailed, so they give a list of kind of diet restrictions, the type of food they're going to be serving there. I mean, anything and everything you need to know about your trip is on the website. But if there's anything I needed to get clarified or just wanted to say, hey, I'm excited about, the trip coming up, and he'll has no problem writing you back and, being very right there with you, holding your hand, basically.
Nice. That's really cool. Especially for such a big journey.
Oh, he knows it. I mean, he knows it. I mean, he's been doing it for so long. I mean, he's been down in the Amazon for 50-plus years, and, I mean, that's his home. He's just as much of a native as, the actual ayahuasquero who's going to be doing the whole ceremony and everything like that, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it's great. He knows English, so.
Exactly.
A lot of these places, like, either it's very limited English or, it's you're going to have to try to figure it out type of thing,
I think for anyone's first time, this would be the most ideal situation. Because even, like, you, not that you had to sell me on it, but when you first started talking about it, that immediately pops in my head. I've never traveled abroad. This is the jungle. This is a, ritual thing that goes on within the jungle. There's just everything that pops up. Just, what could go wrong? But obviously, the man has so much experience, it puts you at ease.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's awesome.
And it's not like they accept every single person that writes an email to them. So it is, it's selective. There's a big process to it. I mean, there's this giant questionnaire and goes through your medical history, and they just want to make sure you're mentally stable enough to make your way down there and, not freak out or I mean, the ayahuasca can affect it affects your chemistry and everything. Right. So just want to make sure that you're on the straight and narrow and good to go.
Was there anything when you were filling out the questionnaire? Is that like before you even make your decision, or is that like I've made the decision, now I'm going through the process?
Yeah, exactly. For me, that's how it was. Some people might just feel it out, type of thing. But yeah, at that point, I had decided, yes, this is the actual retreat that I want to attend, and it made it very, very easy. And
was there any point during the questionnaire that made you, like, I don't know, anxious or more excited?
No, not at all. No, I just be truthful, and if he doesn't think you're right for it, then for his retreat, then you're not right. Yeah. And I never thought that I wasn't right for it.
Right. I guess, that makes total sense too. So that must be like a reaffirming thing anyway, that you're like,
Yeah, I mean, mostly the main thing is antidepressants and other certain medications that will affect your trip with the ayahuasca. And that's just over experience, over time, I'm sure, before they even started really looking into the whole SSRIs and the antidepressants, anti-anxiety type medications. Right. I'm sure someone went down there, was on that medication, had a very horrible trip, or medically just didn't go well. Right. And now it's in the realm of a no-no when you're doing ayahuasca.
Yeah, a determining factor of
exactly,
why someone would have a bad trip.
And you could taper your way off and still be able to do ayahuasca in a healthy manner and still be able to, especially because I know there are a lot of people that do depend on certain medications, Yeah. Like it really is a legit, chemical imbalance where you do need to take antidepressants and things like that. I don't necessarily, for myself, I don't think it's ever worked. I've tried it before in the past, but it just physically and mentally just didn't work for me. Right. So yeah, and then I was completely forward about that and let him know. I mean, it's been so long since I've, done that. I was upfront about my medical marijuana usage. Talked about how I have done psilocybin quite a bit in the past. And so, yeah, I mean, you're allowed to do these things, and still be able to do ayahuasca or have had done things like that.
Probably maybe better that you have.
Yeah, exactly. He's right. Okay, good. Yeah, he's been in that world of, not having full control of really what's going on inside your head, which I think a lot of people who don't smoke marijuana normally, don't do anything psychedelic, it could probably blow your fucking brain.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And you're not really able to comprehend what's going on visually or physically in your body, and you freak out. You try to resist what's going on, and that's always a bad time.
Right.
You're always going to have a negative effect from it, and that's not the point of ayahuasca. It's supposed to be a very positive, beneficial thing. Now, it's to say that you're not going to have some times where maybe it elicits some tears or sadness or fear or something like that.
Right.
It's not a happy-go-lucky trip every time you do it.
Right.
But with the bad comes the good. You know, if you're able to step back and look at it and be like, you know, that was a good thing that happened. You know, that was, looking back on it, I'm an even stronger, better person for it.
I'd imagine the first time too is just like the first time you do any other psychoactive thing.
Exactly.
You know, you just really don't know what to expect, and you just kind of got to roll with it, and then you see it for what it is.
Yeah, being someone who has done, especially psilocybin with different groups of people in different situations, I've just with experience know that it's very important to be in a good frame of mind, be around good people, and be in a good environment, and you'll have an awesome, amazing trip. And I've been in situations where it wasn't the most ideal, or my mind frame wasn't the most clear-headed, or had a lot of negativity, and that's what's going to come to the surface. And really, you know, your mind will focus on sometimes.
Right. My other question was, do you know how many other people will be on this retreat? Or
you know, yeah, they do have a limit on how many people they do have, and I could only assume that it's probably going to be booked up pretty solid. So I'm thinking about 20 to 25 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And do you know? You said there's a limit, but do you know if it's been booked completely? Or
I would only assume. I just feel like, I mean, he's getting so much press with Aubrey Marcus talking about it in a huge podcast. He talked on Joe Rogan, who gets millions of people listening to him. So within those millions of people, there's myself and 24 other people that have probably decided, okay, I'm going to go down in December and do it. Yeah.
Especially after that one podcast you had me listen to, which was about 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Where I was definitely, you know, I mean, I'd not looked into it as much as you have. I was kind of just coming from whatever you tell me. But it was presented in such a way that was really cool and just like really beautifully expressed and very honest and very vulnerable and stuff like that. Plus him and Amber Lyons' experience post her second Joe Rogan podcast. Probably would never. I was just in you know, totally in tune to it for the 3 hours or so she was talking about it. So.
Yeah, and I've re-downloaded all those podcasts, and I'm going to re-listen to them on my way there, and just completely get that good energy, good vibes, get those awesome experiences that Aubrey's had and Amber's had, and probably download a couple of Graham Hancock's as well. You know, these are like spiritually these people I kind of look up to. Like they've made the plunge, they've done it, they've were willing to take that very vulnerable plunge. I mean, just the idea of going down to another country and then like literally going down into the jungle, which it's probably the best conditions to probably ever do ayahuasca, because you know what I mean, you're surrounded with nature. Ayahuasca comes from that jungle, and because it's very popular now, like in Brooklyn. They'll have a big loft space and a bunch of you know, people who want to try it will hang out, and they have an American shaman type dude who probably went down to the Amazon a couple years ago and tried it.
Right.
And it's very, very important to have someone who's very well versed in the ceremony of doing ayahuasca, because it's very important. I mean, if you're with the wrong shaman, I think things can go very wrong for you mentally.
Right.
You're in such a vulnerable state. I'm not saying like you're going to get molested or anything, but mentally, I mean, shit. I believe in shit. Like, there's negativity out there. It could attach itself to you, or it could subconsciously get in your brain or something. You know, weirdness can happen when you're in such a vulnerable state.
Right.
And you know, you might be going in there already extremely vulnerable. Like, a lot of people go down there for PTSD or drug addiction to, like, heroin, like hardcore drugs, like really addictive substances. And you're going down there to, some people, this is like their last resort. They've heard ayahuasca has worked for other people, and now they want to do it.
Seeking healing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and just as a spectator, I guess, you know, if I were to make that same decision, I would want to do exactly what you're doing. You know, I wouldn't, you would want to go to a person that's seen it all as far as conducting the actual ceremony.
Right.
Because you can rely on their and trust in them.
Dude, I mean, I'm seriously, I've already thought about this. Like, I already foresee me going through this first trip down there alone, and I can definitely see, you know, coming back and being able to tell my story.
Right.
And getting you and hopefully another person, like, you know, getting them on the bandwagon and say, okay, next year, maybe beginning of 2016 we'll go, or, you know, whenever we're all ready to really do it again.
Right.
I could see us all going back down there and experiencing a very awesome, wonderful thing together, you know. Mm-hmm. And you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Right.
And and for me, going down there by myself, it's not a big deal, and then it is also a big deal at the same time. I'm an only child. I'm used to doing shit alone, and all these things. But I would much rather prefer going down with someone like a travel partner, or, you know, just so you have each other's back. Yes. Not in the jungle doing ayahuasca necessarily, but, you know, doing the traveling part.
Right. Exactly. No, I feel you there. I mean, if I were going, you know, I've traveled on my own and stuff like that too. But obviously, this is a huge thing out of the country. Yeah. You know, foreign country, another language. Also on top of that, a huge spiritual experience.
Oh yeah.
But I think it'll bring you definitely some trials and tribulations and
for sure.
Filling it out. But
for sure.
when you after you've done it, I'm sure you'll step back and just be like, wow, I did that all on my own, kind of thing. Like, that'll be really cool.
Absolutely. I'm really just looking forward to kind of resetting myself and refocusing myself and stepping on a pathway that I feel like I'm gonna be able to develop as become the best person that I want to be able to do the things that I have in my mind that I want to do, and then actually put into action to do, you know, instead of just thinking about doing things. Like, you know, in past podcasts, and we've talked about it a bunch. I want to do this cartoon. Like, it sounds silly, but I want to write a script for this cartoon idea, this animated series that I want to do. And I want to do that very, very badly. And I love photography. I love every aspect of it, but I don't know if I want to do this forever. Like, at least the way what I'm doing now as a photographer. It's fun. It's good. It pays the bills barely, but it's not. I'm starting to get negative vibes about it. You know, like I'm getting that itch where I'm like, I need to do something different. I need to do something else on top of what I'm already enjoying. You know, it's fun having your own business, but it's very stressful. It's hard. It's difficult. I'm doing it all on my own. I get tired of answering the same fucking questions in emails. You know, I'm getting tired of doing all this shit. You know, that sounds like petty, dumb bullshit when you're, you know, say if you're listening to this and you work at, you know, a coal mine or something, you know, obviously. Well, all you coal miners, keep it up, man.
We have
Wash
a very
your hands.
large coal mine following, so watch
Well,
what
West
you're
Virginia, it's a big market in West Virginia for the old cabin fever.
Hey, how you guys doing down there?
Miss you, Bush.
Butter cooter.
Butter cooter.
I think, I mean, that sounds normal and par for the course. You know, I think everyone experiences burnout on some level, and that's what you're experiencing, you know?
Yes.
And definitely, no matter how you're going into it, like your perspective will change.
Yeah,
maybe you'll come back completely reinvigorated by the idea of photography, or maybe you'll just set it aside. You know, who knows?
I don't think I will ever set it aside completely. Photography will always be a part of my life. But yeah, there's just it does get to a certain point where it's just like I know I've got so much more that I can do. It's in my head. Like, I've got all this creative energy that I need to also put in other avenues and other directions. And I'm really hoping this will. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, because who knows? I've never actually experienced it, so I really don't know what I'm going to take away from doing 3 ayahuasca, wachama, and this other thing, Vilca. It's like a DMT snuff. So it's like I really have no idea where that's going to take me, but I'm very confident I'm going to get something out of this. You know, I'm very confident. But sadly, it's like there's been, you know, you read blogs, you think it's going to be one thing, but you really don't know until you actually do it. You know, it's like you might try something and you're expecting it to do this thing, you know, like say, like I'm expecting to get crazy visuals or something like that, or hear voices, or have very clear directions laid out in front of me.
Right.
That might not happen. It might
Right.
be very cryptic. It might be
Right.
very, I've got to wade through it or step back, and then it'll kick in a couple months later when
Right.
it really settles in and gets into my psyche, you know, like what I went through. So it's like, it might be a process. It might be a
Right.
long process, but that's what's great about this podcast, because I'll be able to talk about it quite a bit, you know, the whole journey. I mean, now we're just now leading up. More than likely, this will probably be our last podcast unless we get one more in next week at some point before I leave. Other than that, this will probably be the last one till, you know, I get back in December, when we will definitely podcast later on.
Yeah.
About the whole trip and everything. So it's crazy. I'm
I'm
stoked though.
Going back to what you just said though about maybe like absorbing it as part of your psyche and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. I guess that's something I hadn't really thought about too much, but yeah, I could definitely. I mean, you're going to go through this experience, and I'm not saying that it's going to be traumatic, but it's going to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe it will take coming back and really maybe a length of time to truly process maybe what just happened in my 10 days in the jungle, you know? Like, might be, you know, getting there and getting settled in and then just a whirlwind of experience. And I think that's what it's supposed to be. And that's what Amber Lyon talked about. And she said, you know, it was 20 years of therapy and an 8-hour experience. So... that could be a journey in itself.
Well, I hope I have 30 years of therapy, because I think that's what I need.
Right. I don't know what she said.
No,
something like
no. Yeah, it's a lot of years of therapy.
A lot of years,
yeah, in just a very short amount of time, and I'm very much looking forward to that. You know.
Yeah. Well, it'd be cool.
So.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna want the whole story.
Oh,
and
for sure.
I'll get the first taste of it when I pick you up. But,
yeah.
And then we'll detail it on the podcast. But maybe we'll have you know, subsequent podcasts where during this show we kind of just check in with Sean's experience.
Yeah.
You know. And like,
for sure. Spread it out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just like you know. How's it been? Maybe have these like little breakthroughs.
Totally, absolutely, you know? Absolutely. Yeah, and I also plan on, you know, journaling and sketching. You know, if I visually see something, because I think I'm almost equating it to a dream. You know, like sometimes you wake up right from an awesome dream. You remember every detail, and then slowly over time, you just slowly forget, and then you're like, I know I remembered my dream. What? It was crazy. There was a house, you know, and you know, it just completely goes away. Even though, like, maybe 15 minutes before that, you're like, I could recite this whole thing, you know, verbatim, exactly what just happened. But so that's why I'm trying to, every, you know, trip I go through, right afterwards, when I have the ability to do it, I'm gonna video vlog it. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna sketch anything, you know, just so it's all there, and then for myself too, to be able to go back and be like, oh yeah, that's what I was feeling at that time, or be able to like go back to it and reassess. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's what that meant instead of what I thought it meant at the time. Type of thing. Oh, who knows? You know, it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a long process. It's not just the 10 days of doing it. It's gonna be work and time, and I am looking very much forward to that, because. Very much into trying to be a good person and becoming a better friend, a better son, a better, you know, coworker to people that I work with when it comes to photography. You know, all that shit. Like, I'm just looking to better myself and just be a good guy.
It sounds like in being more connected.
Yeah, very much more connected.
Whether it's like to yourself in a present sort of way, or to those people around you.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe sometimes you have to, I don't know, kick on the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
You know, the inner garbage disposal.
For sure.
And this is a big way of doing that. And then
definitely. That's a great way of putting it.
I just thought of that. You know?
No, that's genius, man. I like that.
But it reminds me of, you know, on my good psilocybin trip, when I remember it was great, and then I remember being there in the car in the moment, and then having this feeling of like, oh, it's like a dream coming to an end. Like, I could feel the whole thing fading, and I was like trying to hold on to it, and then I was like, you know, no, this is gonna fade, and I'm gonna go back to my normal days, and I'm just gonna like ride out this last little wave. And I think in doing that, it just helped me remember that was a great time and that was significant. And maybe the details of exactly what I thought aren't there. But the experience has stuck with me and lasted.
And you know what? Subconsciously, everything is still there. It's
Exactly.
all still there.
Yeah.
Everything. Consciously, maybe not, because we still have to live. We still have to keep doing our day-to-day shit to survive. So that's going to be in the forefront more than likely. But subconsciously, everything is pretty much all there still.
Right.
It's just about being able to tap into it and refocus or, take whatever life experiences you experience. Especially with psilocybin. I mean, plenty of trips where you look back maybe a week or two later and you're like, oh, wow, that was crazy. So that's probably what that meant. When I was seeing that or feeling that or whatever it might have been.
Right. You want to just, I know we've talked about it before, but how many ceremonies are you going to go through? Because there's different ceremonies, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I will be going through 3 actual ayahuasca ceremonies. 1 Huachama, which is the San Pedro, and then a Vilca ceremony, which is a DMT snuff.
Okay.
So I'll be going through 5 separate ceremonies over a 10-day period. You'll probably do ayahuasca one night, take a night off, and what's great about it is like we all get together, we reflect, we share what we want to share. We might. It's basically like a therapy group. I mean, and then we have the Master Don Howard there, who's like seen and heard probably everything, and probably learns new shit every time he does ayahuasca or has a new group with him. So, I mean, it's gonna be an all around fun, interesting process because I'm gonna be able to hear 24 other people's their experiences with it. Maybe someone tripped out or shit their pants and had a horrible night. Who knows? You know, it's gonna be crazy.
Well, do you know if it goes, like you said, like ayahuasca, night off, and then...
I don't know the actual, how
things.
it's split up, really. Mm-hmm. But I do remember just from Aubrey Marcus's experience with because he did the exact same thing, different time frame, but same ceremony that's set up. And it sounded like they did Huachama during the day, and then they went over to the local tribe that's like a couple miles away, and you take a boat ride after you did the Huachama, and then you get there, and you get to hang out with the kids, you get to see the tribe, you can buy like little trinkets and things like that, and just kind of hang out for a few hours, maybe have lunch or something, and the Huachama is supposed to be very like, it's supposed to like open up your heart, like it, makes you very happy and loving and caring and just opens you up to the world in a different way than, it's obviously a different substance than ayahuasca or the DMT snuff, the Vilca. So it's supposed to be a very heartwarming type of experience. So I'm very stoked about that.
Is that the one that he did, and then they went and visited the villagers?
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Yeah, and he had like a very warm, connected.
He had a warm, connected experience, and then he also had another one where it was a little like after a while, he didn't feel well or something like that. He was it was a little off for him, which could easily happen to me or anybody else who's going on this boat ride or whatever,
But I think if I remember right, during that experience when it wasn't, going well, wasn't that the sentiment of everyone on the boat though too? That when they actually opened up and talked about it, they were all kind of experiencing that. I don't want to say negative, but that ulterior energy.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that comes towards the end of the experience. Right. It all kind of just settles in a little bit. And, maybe it's like you have a whirlwind and then the settlement just kind of slowly starts to settle down after this big, uplifting, crazy experience,
Right.
Yeah. So, I'm very excited about that, too, as well. It's not just ayahuasca. I mean, that alone is probably it is an amazing, phenomenal experience in plant medicine. And Huachama's on a whole different level, and I'm excited to try that as well. It's completely different. And then, who knows, maybe try San Pedro at some point, out here in America.
Right.
Because that is legal.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about the last one that you were talking about? What's it called again? I'm sorry.
Vilca.
Vilca.
It's a DMT snuff. So you actually snort it through your nose. Yeah.
Right.
And from what that sounds like, I think that's more towards the end of the whole experience with everything. So it's probably, day 8 or something. You're going to do the Vilca snuff, or day 9 or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And then I forget Well, I mean, it's DMT, so I mean,
Right.
you're going to get some experience, and it's going right up in your brain.
Right.
I'm a little apprehensive about that. That's
Yeah.
like weird, like snuffing something.
Yeah.
You know. Can I like just rub it in my gum? I have never done coke, but
Everyone's all natural about it. Like,
yeah.
rubbing their teeth and their gums with it. Like, maybe try it up our anus for further enlightenment. Yeah. Man, 11 days, huh? So it's basically like a day and a half to 2 days before you actually get there, right?
Yes, exactly.
So
a day
8
and a
hours
half.
down and like 10 hours
Hanging out,
layover.
layover, and then 8 a.m. flight to Iquitos, which is about a two hour long flight. So some more flying ahead of me. Land in Iquitos, and then meet Don Howard right there. We get on probably a van or bus or something like that. Head to the boat. That takes about an hour. We get to the boat, and from the boat, head. I think it's about another hour ride on the boat to the actual. I think it's like 40 minutes maybe. And then head on down the Amazon jungle.
Yeah.
On the Amazon River.
Man, that's going to be so
See, that's exciting.
crazy.
Not
That's
only
really
am I
exciting.
doing like all this other cool shit,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be down in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Like that's on its own another psychedelic experience, you know?
Yes.
Completely stepping away from electronics besides my Kindle, but you know,
Right.
for the most part, that's just going to be killing time at the airport and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do as little electronics when I'm there. I just want to just chill, you know,
Yeah.
on those off days and just hang out and enjoy the Amazon. I'm going to try to I'm not bringing my main camera, unfortunately. I'm trying to go as minimal as possible.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going to do carry on. I'm not going to check my bags. I don't want to take any chances of losing my bag or
Right.
clothes or anything like that. I'm shoving everything in one bag, and maybe I'll be a little stinky or try cleaning. I'm trying to bring as many shirts and pants and shorts and shit like that. So
Are you bringing the trap shirt?
no,
You
no,
don't want
I'm
that
not. I don't
bad
need those
juju.
bad memories there. That juju for sure is not going to be there.
I'm just wondering.
I am going to bring my Duncan Trussell shirt. And
Oh,
I'm
cool.
going to wear it when I do my first ayahuasca ceremony.
Oh, cool, yeah. You should have someone get
Channel
a
that
picture of
family
you
hour. Oh, I am.
and then
Oh, for
you
sure.
Send it to him.
For sure. Oh, yeah. Might even bring my Ari Shafir shirt, you know.
Yeah.
I'll just bring all my comedian
shirts.
podcast shirts. I wish we had a Cabin Fever shirt or something.
Right.
I would definitely wear that. But next time we all go down,
Yeah.
we'll definitely sport some Cabin Fever gear.
Some merch.
Some merch
shirts,
gear
some
coming soon to you, 2015.
cadet hats.
Yes.
Hiker cadet hats.
Cadet hats for days.
Wow. God damn. So, what's the time? Do you know the time difference? Where you're going?
Same.
Oh, it's the same. Oh,
Yeah.
because it's on the
West Coast.
Okay.
But I will be traveling further east, so no, I don't know. It might be an hour or two difference.
Yeah.
Excuse me, from San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
but it won't be too much to
Yeah.
where it's going to be like messing up my sleep cycle completely.
Yeah. Because I was wondering about like because I pick you up really early in the morning, when you come back.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm like, oh, is he gonna be totally jet lagged or what? But
I'm planning on sleeping that entire flight because we leave at like 1 a.m. and then obviously everyone's probably going to mostly be sleeping anyways, and that's what I plan
Right.
on doing.
Yeah.
Sleeping that entire day because I will be in the airport pretty much the whole day that day too.
Uh-huh.
I'll fly from Iquitos, get into Lima at about maybe like 12 or 1, and then I don't leave until 1 a.m. So I'm going to be there for
okay.
another 10 hours. But I'm thinking about maybe I'll actually go to like the main center of Lima, just walk around for like 4 or 5 hours, get a
Nice.
feel for the city.
Yeah.
I don't know, get some food or something, hang out, and then head back to the airport. Not get too far from the airport, and then get back to the airport, and then plenty of time to.
What about currency?
You can use American money there. It's got to be like mint condition money, but if I need to, I'll get like $100 in Peruvian money, whatever they have down there.
Hey, just hang a left, go up Machu Picchu. You know?
I know. I wish
Pet
it was
an alpaca?
I know. I wish it was nearby. I would totally do that.
Yeah.
Totally do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple coworkers go there earlier this year.
Oh yeah. What was her name?
Veronica.
Veronica.
and
Yeah.
Giselle.
Yeah. She was cool.
Yeah, and God, their pictures were so amazing.
Yeah, man. Maybe trip number 2 for me. Trip number 1 for you. We'll afterwards we'll hit up Machu Picchu and maybe a couple other places.
And not come back.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Hang a left at Costa Rica and
Yeah.
Start a business.
Yeah, we're like, hey, just send me the podcast equipment. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Just podcast.
Yeah, you just call the jigs and be like, just sell it. I don't know. I got stuff in there.
Do your
I have
thing.
things in there, I guess.
Burn it and rebuild, whatever you gotta do.
Sell a furnished cabin. Yeah. Oh, wow. I can't believe it's here, you know?
Dude, me neither. It's like
it just felt like yesterday that we were talking about.
I know, right? Time really does fly by. It goes by so quickly.
I hope we should at least just try to reconvene for a quick, little send-off.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to do like 30-minute quick show and just like, hey, sending off. All right, we can even record it on my phone or something.
Yeah.
On the drive up, we can talk about it. Yeah.
You can just do his last little, here's Sean, what condition he's in on that drive up.
Yeah.
I'm going to be nervous for you, and then I'm going to be, like, super, like, jealous on my drive home, headed back to work that day. And I'm like, oh, there goes Sean on his trip to Peru. Yeah.
Well, dude, I do greatly appreciate you, being willing to drive me all the way up to LAX. It's like a 2-hour drive, and then a 2-hour drive back, and then you got to go to fucking work. But I greatly appreciate it. I would definitely do the same for you.
Yeah. No, I know you would, and it's my little, like I said, it's my way of being involved somehow, other than all this.
The podcast and everything, yeah.
But I think it's so cool, and me, I'm fully supportive of you doing something that you've talked about for a long time.
For sure, yeah.
Really looked into. I don't feel at all that this was that sounds great, I'm just going to go do it. Impulse, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Maybe to pull the trigger was an impulsive thing that you needed to do, but
there were definitely things in my life that it finally built up to enough to where I'm like, you know what, I think it's time type of situation, but it wasn't like, all right, I've heard about ayahuasca once, so now I'm going to book my spend all this money.
It's like a hipster thing to do.
Yeah.
If you were like, I'm going to fly to Brooklyn, and this guy I found on Craigslist is going to...
Exactly. Yeah.
Which I'm sure people do. I mean,
Yeah.
And I think everyone does that, though. That we all have things that gnaw at us,
for sure.
in the back of our mind, and then sometimes it feels really great to just pull the trigger and just say, you know what, I'm going to do it.
And when I finally did pull the trigger, I felt immediately less stress, but then obviously the stress of flying and traveling down to that's there now, but before that it was just relief knowing that okay, I am taking steps towards a much more positive way outlook, all this stuff. Because I mean my whole life I've kind of had like a degree of depression going on within me at some point, and not like that's some secret that I think everyone goes through degrees of depression, but I've gone through some pretty crazy bouts of it, so I feel like this will be a very beneficial thing for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe a window into understanding what that is. And,
that would be great. Absolutely.
Work on it. Or go through it.
For sure.
Something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
Definitely.
Wow. I think we had covered just about everything.
I know, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, super excited. I think I've asked you before, but what about other people in your life that know about you embarking on this trip? Have you just talked to your mom recently about it?
Yeah. Talked to my mom about it. She's very excited that I'm doing it and going down there. I don't think she completely knows exactly what ayahuasca is, but I try to explain it, as mildly as possible.
Right.
But yeah, she's cool with it, and she thinks I'll have a great time. It'll be fun, something different, and keep forgetting. But yeah, I mean, I'm also turning 30. Like it's going to be my birthday as well, so that's cool. It's great.
Now, I know you sent me the info, but you're leaving on the 7th, or you're leaving on the 8th?
On the 7th.
On the 7th. Okay.
Yeah,
so it'll transition into your birthday.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So Monday. Monday when I'm actually down there will be my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just go around everyone. Hey, just so you know, it's my birthday.
My birthday, everybody.
Yeah.
I should just wear like a birthday hat.
Yeah, or a pin. It's my birthday.
Cupcake with 3 and 0 on it.
Yeah. I'll take a similar picture drunk at a bar.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Any other messages for the people out there?
Like when it comes to ayahuasca or just in general, or I don't know, man. Just keep on keeping on. keep trucking.
Yeah.
No, I do. I think that if you have heard of ayahuasca and you keep, it keeps coming into the forefront of your mind, and you feel like this is something that's up your alley, then just do it. Just start saving some money. Start socking away. I mean, the biggest amount of money you're going to spend is, depending on which retreat you go to, there's least, ones that aren't expensive, the one I'm going to, and there's ones that are even more expensive than the one I'm going to. So, I mean, your biggest expenses are going to be the actual retreat and then your plane tickets. And other than that, you're good to go. I mean, then you got, 10-day vacation in the jungle on top of hopefully spiritually enlightening yourself and just becoming a better person. And then if you take everything seriously and do your thing, it's going to be fun. I mean, just do it if you're thinking about it. Do it.
Yeah.
If not, try some mushrooms. Mushrooms are good too.
Right.
Or have a joint. If you've never smoked weed and you're curious about it, try it.
Right.
You're not going to become a pothead.
Yeah. If there's something gnawing at you, just try it. Just do it. Just pull the trigger on it. For me, it was doing an album, and then I did it. I felt really good about it.
Yeah, dude, and it turned out great. And you got a lot of positive feedback and info, coming your way, and I'm sure you made some great connections with bands, and yeah, that experience too is psychedelic in a way. I mean, it's cathartic. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say cathartic.
Cathartic,
definitely. Yeah. Taking some idea and then just rolling with it, no matter how weird or crazy it seems.
Yeah, you literally took an idea and made it into a physical reality, which is so sweet.
Exactly. All right, well, are we good?
Yeah, man, this is great. Yeah, nice little catch-up podcast, and just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I'm sure this will come out. Oh, this will come out after Thanksgiving, but I hope you all had lots of turkey, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie, and all that good shit.
Enjoy your time with the families.
Fuck yeah!
And tune back in for more of Sean's journey.
Yeah, more of my journey, and then just the continuation of Cabin Fever. We're moving on to Cabin Fever 2.0. We're gonna make our way onto iTunes and all those other cool ways of getting the podcast, and it's coming. It's coming your way, right in your face, in your ears,
with a soundboard.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Adios.
Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Turkey lurkey do and turkey lurkey dap. I eat that turkey, then I take a nap. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say dynamite. That's right. Turkey with gravy and cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. Turkey for you and turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl BD. White meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Turkey in the oven and the buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Teagues poster. Wrap the turkey up in aluminum foil. My brother likes to masturbate with baby oil. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Oh, turkey for the girls and turkey for the boys. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. Gobble, gobble, goo, and gobble, gobble, giggle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. Oh, I love turkey on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, thank you.